Well, good evening and a very warm welcome to a very special program called Cricket Predictor on NewsX, powered by OneXpert. Yesterday's IPL match in Hyderabad saw Sunrisers Hyderabad securing their second consecutive victory at their home ground, defeating Chennai Super Kings by 6 wickets. Despite this defeat, CSK maintains its third position in the points table, while SRH has climbed to the 5th position with this win, opting to bowl first after winning the toss. Hyderabad restricted Chennai to 165 runs for 5 wickets in 20 overs. They successfully chased down the target of 166 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in just about 18 overs, with Abhishek Sharma earning the title of the player match. Moving on to today's clash at the Savai Man Singh Stadium in Jaipur, Rajasthan Royals take on their home turf the Royal Challengers Bangalore. In the recent encounters, RCB has emerged victorious in 3 out of the last 5 matches against the Interestingly, both teams have a balanced record at this venue, having won 4 matches each out of the 8 matches played between them at the Savai Man Singh Stadium. Known for their batsman-friendly pitch, the ground offers good bounce, a feast of outfield favouring the aggressive batting. Additionally, the initial seam movements benefits the bowlers. Notably, well, this is an exciting match weekend and we have 3 of the exciting guests with us. One is an acclaimed Dronacharya awardee and the coach of Virat Kohli, Mr. Rajkumar Sharma. Stanley Chiodza, who's also a coach now, former player and now former international player. Mr. Sadanan Vishwanath, who's now a critic, former BCCI administrator, umpiring, and he's done a whole lot of technical stuff. But I'm going to ask Mr. Rajkumar Sharma. Mr. Sharma, your heart says RCB, and does your mind say that as well?
It is both. I'm very sure and confident that today RCB will do well and they're going to win this match. Though RR is a very good team, undoubtedly, and they are playing at their home ground.
Yes.
But I think since RCB has lost last 3 games, they will come very hard, and I think they will do well today.
So absolutely. A fan says, घर पे तो हुआ नहीं जाता, जीता नहीं जाता. RCB में क्या जीतेंगे? What do you have to respond to that? And how do you respond to that apart from the smile?
RCB has always been like this, a very erratic team. They can always make 250. If you remember,
yes,
the highest score before this IPL, it was with the RCB, and they can stoop to the lowest score also.
Absolutely.
So, they are very unpredictable, and that is why I'm saying that today they are going to do well and they are going to win the match.
Wow. Stanley, I'll get Sadanan. I know Sadanan has taken his daggers out. But I'll go to Stanley. Stanley, what makes this team so erratic and that too consistently inconsistent? They've been very good in few matches and they've been absolute disdainful in few. How do you, if you were the coach of such team, what would you say to them? Stanley Chiodza, yes.
I think, like in the last show, I did like what Sadanan said. I didn't like what Sadanan said. He says, look, if a team of this nature is to win games, you really need to play as a unit. I think
yes,
there's a bit of individualism in there, and I think it comes from the whole aspect of superstardom.
Right.
I think we need to take away that superstardom aspect and make sure that these guys come in as players who are expected to do job first. And talking about that, I mean, it's going to be spotlight on the overseas batsmen. They haven't scored. There's an interesting stat that between Faf du Plessis, Cameron Green, and Maxwell, they've scored just 129 runs in 3 matches in this tournament. So that stat alone just tells you how much they're struggling, and that's a stat that they need to change at this moment in time.
We'll come to Sadanan Vishwanath in a while. Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, does these bother you, these big stats that Stanley has just put in between the 3 of the top batters, the foreign players, the import? They've just managed barely 120 odd runs. Does that bother you?
Yeah, definitely it bothers me. And, Sunil, I must congratulate Stanley that he has given such a good stat. You should be also giving us such stats, not the stats which you normally do. These are the important stats and which means a lot, regarding the match, that RCB has not done well because these three greats, these three overseas players of theirs have scored only 120 runs in 3 matches, which is pathetic, And yes, he's right saying that they should do well, then only RCB can win.
What will make RCB win today? And then we'll let you go for your coaching right now and get Sadanand in. Sir, what should RCB do right?
I think looking at their batting, I think they have to score big because they are very weak in bowling, and I think they'll have to post a big score if they want to win this game. And somebody like Virat and Faf or Maxwell, either of these three has to score a big, then only they are going to reach around 180, 190, and then they can defend the score.
Absolutely. Thank you. We'll let go of you because of your very tight schedule. Mr. Sadanand Vishwanath, 180, 190 is what the team asks. And do you think it is the time for them to make that final assault on Rajasthan to make a comeback into the table standing? Your views?
Absolutely correct. So then it's a must-win situation for RCB, and they can't keep depending all the time on incredible Virat Kohli.
Right.
Virat Kohli has scored 203 runs, and the next best is only Dinesh Karthik with about 80 runs. The likes of Glenn Maxwell, Cameron Green, Faf du Plessis, Mahipal Lomre, these are the other boys who have to get their act together, and they have to support Virat Kohli. Rajkumar Sharma and Stanley also are very right. We've got to get our top order batting to fire. We have invested very heavily on them right from the inception of the IPL way back in 2008. RCB have always been buying the expensive players. We've always been trying to build up a very solid batting unit. Unfortunately, we haven't invested very much in our bowling. But today, let me tell you one more thing over here, Sanjay. The winning results for Rajasthan have come because they have a 6-bowler attack.
Oh.
They hunt bowlers. Honestly, Trent Bolt, Nandre Berger, Yuzvendra Chahal, Ravichandra Ashwin,
Yes.
Sandeep Sharma, and Avesh Khan. And Avesh Khan and Sandeep Sharma have been given a role to bowl in the depth. And then Trent Bolt and Berger is set it up very nicely for Chahal and Ravindra Ashwin to come in. Now, Trent Bolt, Berger, and Chahal have shared 16 wickets
Wow.
amongst themselves. And the surprising stat over here, Sanjay, is that Ravichandra Ashwin has got only 1 wicket in the 3 matches that RR has played.
Oh, that's...
Anyway, yeah, he's got an awesome record against RCB. And one more interesting stat for all of us to remember is Sanju Samson is closing in on 4,000 runs. And if he gets there, he will be the 16th player to score 4,000 runs in the amazing IPL tournament.
Well,
and very quickly, Sanjay, I would like to add one more point. Today we will see the Rajasthan Royals wearing a pink attire. They will be wearing pink. And you know why?
Why?
They are amplifying their support for the empowered rural women in Rajasthan for improving their social development in Rajasthan. And for every 6 that RR hit, they're going to light up 6 homes, 6 rural homes with solar power.
Well, very interesting point that you had given. Just on the sidelines of the matches they have played, there's also a lot of good work that has been done. Well, again, we're going to come back and now look at RCB because look at the Rajasthan Royals because whenever there is a match between RCB and bigger teams like CSK, the focus invariably shifts onto how they should win or what should they do right to win. But today, we're talking about RR. Let's look at their statistics on the screens with you right now. We also have Yuzvendra Chahal, who's got 6 wickets in 3 matches, and Trent Bolt with 5 wickets. Well, Chahal and Ashwin are spin-heavy duo. Do you think RR went into the auction looking at the spin attack rather than the pace bowling attack? And second point is, rather a query to you, Sadanand, why aren't the spinners paid as much as the fast bowlers? Your views?
Why aren't they paid as much as the fast bowlers? That's an interesting point. I wouldn't know why. But I guess the fast bowlers are a much tougher purchase. They're more in demand. And interestingly, You know, they have this boy who's playing for Lucknow, the guy who got Virat Kohli out. Siddharth.
Yes.
RCB, yeah, he's a spinner. He's a left-arm spinner.
That's correct.
His base price was just 20 lakhs. But he was bought by Lucknow Super Giants for 2.5 crores. And RCB were making a heavy bid for him. Unfortunately, we lost out. He's a very good bowler, that boy Siddharth. So sometimes the spinners do not get as much as the fast bowlers. But I'm sure that Chahar, whom RCB should have retained, is now very lucky that he's bowling in tandem with Ravichandra Ashwin for Rajasthan Royals.
But isn't it ironical, Sutherland, because you are playing on the spin-friendly attack, spin-friendly tracks. India is known to create spinners. The second best, third best, highest wicket takers in any team that you look at are spinners. When you look at the T20 top 5, invariably 2 or 3 spinners move into it. 2 of them usually will be your leg spinners. Then why aren't they not respected more on the auction table? Just a wild guess.
Economics, I guess, demand and supply. It's all economics. And also, we must remember over here, Sunil, that many teams have that retention policy, which now the BCCI are trying to change in the next working committee meeting. The retention program of the IPL teams, they are going to up the purse, and you will see players having to be retained at a higher price.
Well, that's an interesting point. Coming back to Stanley Chiudza. Stanley, do you think Yuzvendra Chahal and Ravichandra Ashwin will add in a bit of a punch in today's match for Rajasthan Royals?
Look, if at all, let me put it across this way. I
Yes.
like what Sadnan said, and I think it's a key factor in the success of the Rajasthan Royals bowling unit. They have 6 all out-and-out bowlers. Okay, now what's the impact? This is the impact. The Rajasthan Royals have the best death over economy at 7.41. Right? It's the second though. The second best is Lucknow at 9.6. Look at the difference. Okay, between 7.41 and 9.6, the second best. And then the Rajasthan Royals have got the second best power play economy.
That's
8.44.
Exactly.
Right? And Chennai is better at 8.16. That tells you that they have a method, they have a plan, and it's working. It's giving them results. There's no substitute for better planning than what the Rajasthan Royals are doing.
Well, absolutely. So today's your predictor answer would be?
I think I'll go with the Rajasthan Royals today again, because I think I know obviously somebody like a Joss Butler, yes, again the spotlight on the overseas players, he needs to get going. But I think that aspect of having this good balance in terms of a bowling attack, if you can restrict a batting order that's already struggling for runs, a batting order that is struggling for fluency, a batting order that hasn't had that much success, I think this is key. And listen to these matchups. Kohli versus Sandeep Sharma. Kohli has been dismissed 7 times by Sharma. The next best is Ashish Nehra on 6. And the amount of runs, 87 runs off 67 deliveries. Then you've got Chahal. You mentioned Chahal. I'm looking forward to this matchup, Chahal versus Karthik. Okay, Karthik has only scored 47 runs off 51 balls and it's been dismissed 3 times. And guess what? Chahal bowls in the death. And he's a leg spinner.
Absolutely. That was the point, and we were making. In fact, as we go along in this discussion, we'll have more time, but that's all we had time for today's this thing. Sadanand, your final view before we wrap our show today. Who's going to be your favorite team today? RCB?
My heart is with RCB. My prediction is with RCB. Actually, you know what happened? The previous match, the Rajasthan Royals were bundled out for just 59 runs. They were all out for 59 in 10.3 overs.
Right.
So let's hope. I'm not saying it's going to happen today because Rajasthan Royals are looking a solid team.
Yes.
But you never know. And I wish my team, RCB boys, all the very best.
Absolutely. So we've got a house divided between Rajasthan Royals and your RCB. Again, you have Rajkumar Sharma, who's a perennial RCB fan because that's where Virat Kohli plays. Well, that's all we had time for. Keep watching NewsX. We'll be back after a short commercial break.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.